YouTube. What is popping today? We got more Predator versus Black Panther issue number 2. This story has been interesting to say the least. The Yaoja caught Wakanda off guard and took over their comms because the technology of Wakanda is like the technology of the Yaoja. T'Challa tried to warn Okoye that something was wrong before the comms got jammed, and he got knocked unconscious, which is where we're at now. All the comms are down. The last thing Okoye heard was that the Dora Milaje needed to come to their king's aid. Okoye did not know about the Yaoja or who was the threat, but she did know that T'Challa had urgency in his voice when he spoke to her. I love how this is told to us what makes Okoye a great warrior, but it's not just her strength, but also her awareness. She knew everything around her, like her nerves extended into the vine of the jungle itself. She saw the python curling around a branch. She heard the chirrup of the claw frog. She smelled the burbling pockets of methane. She used observation hockey in a few seconds, but there was the lack of a certain sensory detail that narrowed her attention. The birds in the canopy were silent. Nala gets snatched up without the Dora Milaje noticing. They get into combat formation to cover each other's back, but it's too late. It's raining blood from above them, where with their spears they let out an electrical discharge that knocks the scout Yaja down, as we could see it already has taken Nala's head as its trophy. Okoye takes the scout predator down quickly with one blow, killing it. The Dora Milaje have no idea what the predator is, but says that there might be more of them. And just like that, another one shot dead in the streets. They make a run for it. The scene shifts back to T'Challa, who begins to awake from being unconscious after taking several shots to his head from the Predator's plasma casters. But the one thing he did know is that he would be dead if it wasn't for his vibranium suit. He starts to get his memory on what is going on with Wakanda. He remembers the cloak presence in the sky, the dead flock of birds, and he started to remember that he was heading towards the Dora Milaje. That's when he sees the dead predator. T'Challa has a face to his enemy, but is a little saddened when he sees Nala head next to the predator. He realized that his suit is compromised and that the comms are jammed, but he did not need those to hear a scream in the distance. When he arrived to the scene, he sees a Dora Milaje in a wire net. Not only did it bound her to a tree, but it was slowly getting tighter, threatening to cut the flesh and bone. T'Challa did not recognize the species on the technology of the Yaja, but it could bleed. He knew vibranium is stronger. After saving one of his soldiers, he asked, "Where are they?" She answered, "They are nowhere, my king, but they are everywhere," as the predator is creeping up on them. We switch to the outside of the Wakandan borders in the last chapter. Shuri tried to call HQ to enter the dome, but was rebuffed by the scout predator, who ended up blowing up her ship. What we find out is that she is alive and well, where she is helping Maji Kina out of the plane. Shuri does not know what is going on. The only thing she knows is that she heard screams of help on the comms before everything went silent. Shuri's unaware that the predators have taken control of Wakanda as she tries to access the coding on the dome shield. This attempt to hack the coding doesn't go unnoticed by one of the scout predators. The predators' point of taking control of the dome shields to keep any access help from Wakanda. They are aware of Shuri to an extent, so one of the predators go out and looks for her. Maji Kina from the Rivertide decides to look at what is going on because all water is connected, and that is when he sees the death of Wakanda. Neither one sees a scout predator behind them. Somehow, I don't understand that part. While Maji tells Shuri about the horse Wakanda is facing, a warrior predator snatches Shuri up. We are back inside Wakanda when T'Challa noticed something is moving. It was like a reflection of wind, blurred water. T'Challa acted like he did not notice the predator so it could get close. When it got close enough, he aimed for the head, trying to disable it within his fight. T'Challa has learned that they have cloaking device, plasma casters to name a few. He also thought he had to protect Wakanda from foreign invaders like United States, Russia, China, a world power, not a threat that came from the stars. And this can be a little scary if you think about it. There is a possibility that the technology could surpass Wakanda, but it was a relief to T'Challa to see that the predator was still subject to the laws of tooth and claws as the crocodile snatches the predator deeper into the water. T'Challa had preferred to imprison the predator to interrogate it to get information on it, but the crocodile would not survive if T'Challa showed the predator mercy. So he kills the predator because he's sworn to protect all Wakanda, including the crocodile. One of the members of the Dormice says to T'Challa, "My king, when they attack, we forgot our training. Everyone scatter." The Black Panther tells, "There is no time for regret. We must gather those who are still alive." Unbeknown to the Panther and his soldier is that the clan leader was watching and listening to them the entire time. He sees the Black Panther worthy prey as he watched him dispatch one of his clan warriors with ease, and he survived 3 plasma shots to the head. He also sees the vibranium weave suit as a valuable trophy beyond imagination. He remembers the vibranium spear, the weapon that his brother had defeated him and his clan with. This is why they came to Earth to get vibranium. And now he has a vibranium spear. But it now seems to barely be a prize with the arsenal that awaits him. While he is deep in thought, he gets a call that needs his immediate attention. He lets the Panther off the hook for now. That is when we see the scouts found the great mound of Wakanda, for he was in the belly of the mountain of vibranium god metal. He was at odds with himself because on one end he was excited by the novelty of the hunt, but on the other hand he was trying to focus on why he and his clan came here in the first place. But greed began to take over. He started imagining armor, weapons, and warships. He imagined his father and brother and bloody while he took over the throne. He is here to reclaim his honor so the brief violent pleasure of hunting could wait. And that is how the chapter ends. I cannot wait for the next book. I want to know what you think in the comment section below. How do you think the Predator is going to adapt the vibranium armor and weapons? I'm really curious, and I'll catch you on the next video. Peace out, y'all.